Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Well, at this stage, who has not heard about the case of Sha'Carri Richardson? I think this case has gone pretty much the world over. But what I want to talk about is something that others are talking about that we should be doing. And that foolishness has to be this here. They are suggesting that because of the mistake that Sha'Carri made, that the Olympics should be boycotted. I find that to be rather ridiculous. And I find it to be foolish, stupid, just a waste of time. Because why punish other athletes for something that she has done? She brought this upon herself. People, she has managers, she has coaches, she has agents. It's right there. Marijuana is a banned substance. If you use it and you get caught, you can be barred. Why sit there and risk 4 years of training to get a hit? Now, she's making a claim that she took marijuana because she found out that her biological mother had passed away. Now, how close were they? We don't really know if that's the case. This is what she's claiming. And what I mean by how close, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but did they really have a close relationship? Is that really the case? Is that really a fact? Is someone telling her to use that as a sympathy ploy to help spin it into her favor? We don't really know. But let me just tell you one thing. If that's what she used to cope, there are many mechanisms that you can use to cope. I seen a photo of her where her grandmother was laying hands on her, it appeared. She can use that. I mean, if you're a Christian, you can pray. Whether you are a Buddhist, whether you're a Muslim, whether you can meditate, there are a lot of coping mechanisms that you can use. So, grieving. Okay. If that's really the case right there, rest in peace to her biological mother. But still in all, there are other things that you can do and use to cope. I'm still flabbergasted that she would actually use a chemical that she knows is a banned substance, that it is right there on the list. And many of you guys are using the Michael Phelps analogy. Then you guys are using another white female who supposedly tests positive on steroids. The female that you are using, she did not go to the Olympics. And the whole Michael Phelps thing, it happened after the Olympics was over. And if you're a black athlete, you need to be aware of that. I mean, just the very fact that you're black, you're going to be under intense scrutiny. Someone like a Simone Biles is going to be under intense scrutiny. So you're going to have to be doubly or triply aware as to what you are doing and are consuming into your body. You don't waste 4 years of training and not really knowing what's going to happen in the next 4 years. Hell, we can be in a new pandemic. Who knows? This could have been your only shot to get these medals. To just blow it right then and there is just foolishness and recklessness on your part. So now there's calls to boycott the Tokyo 21 Olympics. My question would be why? What would be the purpose of that? Let me explain something to you. The Olympics, or the IOC, or the Olympic Committee, has nothing to do with Sha'Carri not competing there. Sha'Carri not competing there is U.S. Track and Field. They make the decisions. They could have put her on the team, but they chose not to. It has nothing to do with the Olympics right there. No Olympic committee made a choice to keep her out of the games. So therefore, that talk of a boycott is foolish. So here's the thing about it. If you boycott the Olympics right there, we have many black female athletes who have not done anything wrong, who are playing by the rules. These black female athletes need your support, your encouragement, your good vibes and vibrations, good energy. You need to send it to them. We don't need to be boycotting because one person made a bad decision. And I'm going to tell you where I'm a little disappointed with Sha'Carri. I've not heard her come out and say, no, you guys should not be boycotting. You need to support these other black female athletes. So Sha'Carri's done pretty much. She's not going to be using this Olympics. However, World Championships are coming up. World Championships are held each year. She can start over from there. She's young. Isn't she like 21? So she has the next 10 years ahead of her. But these athletes right here, many of them, this could be their last Olympics. Allyson Felix has done like 3 Olympics now. So no, we should not waste our time boycotting the Olympics for one person who made a bad decision, who messed up her own Olympics. Let's not mess up their Olympics for Sha'Carri. These athletes who put in the hard work, training, dedication, devotion, and sacrifice, they need our support. We owe it to them. That's like the least in which we can do. Sha'Carri had her chance, but she chose to blow it. And let me just tell you one thing. I do not believe that racism is a factor in this here. I believe that any athlete, regardless of color, would have been banned. And when it comes to Olympic medals, America is not going to stop a black athlete from competing. America kind of like goes colorblind when it comes to the Olympics. And what I mean by that, the only color in which they see is gold. They are going to want to win as many gold medals as they possibly can. So you guys need to cut it out with the Michael Phelps analogy. The white female who was banned because of steroids. That has no place right here. We need to teach black athletes that there are consequences, that there are rules and regulations that you need to play by. If you want to be an Olympian, you must follow these rules and regulations. There's no shortcuts. You cannot get a pass. So therefore, let this be a teachable moment to young athletes, to future athletes. Don't waste 4 years of training, 5 years of training, 6 years of training, thousands of dollars of money being spent just for a hit on a blunt, or for any type of substance that you know is illegal by Olympic standards, by the IOC standards. Play by the rules. If you made it this far, why go back? Why risk it? So no, we are not going to boycott the Olympics. We're going to support these women here who took the right road, who played by the rules and refused to break any rules. And for that, you have our unwavering support in this coming Olympics and any after. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.